Welcome to what I'm calling pre-uni diaries, where I show you guys all of the things that I'm doing pre-uni to get ready for uni. Today I'm going to go through everything that I've bought so far for uni, which actually is quite a lot seeing as I only did my first shop for uni last Friday. I didn't want to buy anything before results day just in case, but now that I got my results and I did get into Lancaster, we can officially start the uni shopping. I had actually made a list already beforehand with all the things that I wanted to buy, all of the things that I needed. So if you guys want a link to that list, I will put it in the description. So this is not everything that I've picked up. I still have some things and I'm going to put them on the screen, but I thought I would give you guys a little haul of some things that I picked up over the last few days for you. There are also some things that I picked up, but they are being stored elsewhere, somewhere that I can't be bothered to go and get them out of, so I will also put those on the screen as well. So disclaimer, these are not in any particular category or order because I literally just chucked everything into bags when I bought them. They're not really in any specific category, so I'm kind of just going to go through each bag and show you guys what I got. So we have the first bag here. The first thing that I picked up is a toothbrush holder. This one was from The Range. Pretty much everything from these bags is either from The Range, Morrison's or B&M. So this is the one that I picked up. It has a little white heart, and if you can't tell, the colour theme for my bathroom is white and brown. The next thing I picked up, which is for my kitchen, is this 3 set of spatulas and spoons. I actually hadn't planned to buy these, but then I got to the shop and realised there was a lot of things that weren't originally on my list. So I picked up these 3. I thought they were pretty good and they were pretty cheap. Then we have a set of measuring spoons. The next thing I got is digital weighing scales. Now I'm not sure how much I'm going to use these, but I do sometimes use the ones that I have at home. This was only £5 and I thought it was pretty good, and this was also from The Range. So I hope I do get a decent amount of use out of this, but even if I don't, it's just good to have them on hand. Then I have a cheese slicer. This took me so long to find. I couldn't find it anywhere on the website, but I did manage to find one in store. Then moving on to some bedroom stuff, I picked up a fitted sheet. Now I'm pretty sure that the bed that I get in my accommodation is a single bed, so this is obviously a single one, and this is also from The Range. Then I got a extension. This one has 4 outlets on it, and I'm pretty sure there aren't that many plug sockets in my accommodation, so I do think that this is very good because I frequently have a lot of things to plug in, and in my room I do have, I think, 8 outlets, and I definitely don't expect to have 8 in my accommodation, so this is going to become very useful for when I need to charge things or plug in things in my room. There's slightly less in this bag. The first thing that you can probably hear in this bag is a glass. I only got one because I don't think I need loads, and I don't drink a lot of things out of glasses apart from in the morning if I have like orange juice or something. So I just picked up one of these. This was from Morrison's and I'm pretty sure this was like 75p. Next thing I have is a strainer. I got one of the pop out ones. There we go. I got one of the pop out ones just because I feel like this is a lot easier to store than one of the metal ones like the one that I have at home. Then we have a frying pan. Now I do not know the first thing about cooking or frying pans, so I kind of left this to my mum. I let her pick out which one she thought was best, and she picked out this one because she said that it's a really good brand, and apparently they are good for like non-stick. So if you don't know what kind of frying pan to go for, what kind of brand, like me, if you are completely clueless about cooking and pans and all of that, a very good one. So this was only £11 and it was from Morrison's. Then we have a wooden spoon. Quite self-explanatory, but I use this for the majority of the stirring of pasta and things, so that was also from Morrison's. I think this entire bag is from Morrison's, by the way. And the last thing in this bag is Tupperware, something that I don't know how much use I'm going to get out of, but I feel like it's always good to have Tupperware, so I picked up this set of 4. I went for this size because I don't think I needed the massive ones, but I didn't want to go too small and then not have enough room. So I went for these. I think these were £1, also from Morrison's. On to bag 3. The first thing in here is actually something that I picked up today, and it is a measuring jug. Something that, I'm not gonna lie, wasn't originally on my list because I didn't think I would need it, but I got to the shop and I was like, you know what, I do use this quite frequently at home, so it was only 75p, so I thought I would pick it up. Then we have a baking tray or oven tray. Again, I really didn't know what to pick up when it came to like kitchen and cooking things, so again I kind of let my mum take the lead on this one, and we went with this one, the medium one. Also to note, I am going to be getting an air fryer, so that's why I don't have that much stuff to cook food on. It's because I'm going to be doing the majority of my cooking in an air fryer anyway. Then we have a peeler. This was from the range. And then I got this chopping board. I'm so picky with my chopping boards. I don't like plastic ones, and I don't necessarily like glass ones because I'm scared I'm going to break it. So I opted for a wood one, and it is actually the matching one with my plates that are in the other bag. It says, "Do all the things with love," and it is this wooden one, which was also from the range. It was part of the little set that this one came in. And I'm pretty sure this was quite affordable. I think it was about £6. Next we have hangers. For some reason wood hangers are so expensive, so I opted for these ones instead. I got 2 packs of 10. I have a lot of clothes, so I felt as though 20 was a sufficient amount of hangers. And the last thing that I got is a cutlery set. Now I definitely don't need 4 of each type of cutlery, however they only sold them in packs of 16. I've heard from people that at uni your cutlery will just kind of go missing, so it's good to have backups. And we are on to the last bag. This is definitely the biggest bag by far, and it actually has some other stuff that I bought today. So the first thing that I got is this bath mat. Now the accommodation that I'm in at Lancaster is a wet room. It has an ensuite, but the ensuite is a wet room, so they do recommend to bring a heavy duty bath mat. So I picked up this one from B&M today. It is a memory foam bath mat, and it was £3.50, which I think is very good. It's nice and soft, and it does feel like it's quite heavy duty and it will actually do the job and not just push water around. So this will be very good, seeing as I do have a wet room. Next thing I got, and this is definitely not something that you need, but it's something that I use quite frequently at home, and I thought if I didn't have it next year I would probably struggle. And that is ice trays. I don't like to drink water without ice in it, and I do actually have a Stanley, and I like to put ice in it before I use it because it keeps it a lot colder. So I opted for this one, the ones that easily push out, because I am not very strong and need these ones to be able to get it out. This was I think £1, and it was from the range. Next I have my tea towels. Now probably the hardest decision of all of these was which style of tea towels I was going to get, and I opted for these peach ones. It says sweet as a peach. These were from the range, and I think they were £5. You get 3. You get 1 of this style ones, and then 1 of these softer ones, and then a smaller one. Then I got a doorstop. This is again not something that you need, but I have heard from people that when you're moving in, if you want to keep your door open, you need a doorstop because the majority of the doors at unis are fire doors. So I got this one. This was the first thing that I picked up when I went to the range. It is a sloth. I'd had my eye on it for like a month, but I knew that I didn't want to buy anything for uni before results day, so I'd kind of just walk past him every single time I went into the range. And the other day when I did my uni shop, I could finally pick him up. I want you guys to give him a name in the comments. I want you guys to suggest some names for him, and I will pick one out. In the next video I will let you guys know which name I pick for him. Then the last things, actually for some reason I thought there was a lot more in this bag than there is my plates and bowls, etc. First thing I have is a cereal bowl, or just smaller bowl, and it is this white speckled design with like some pink around it and a little gold heart. And this would be great because I will probably be just having cereal for breakfast next year, because buying all the fancy stuff for like yogurt bowls is just too expensive, and I'm obviously going to be a student living in student accommodation, which is more expensive enough without having to add on expensive breakfast. So your girl is going to be having probably Weetabix the majority of the mornings, so this will be very handy. Then I have this big bowl. I usually eat pasta out of my, what I like to call, bowl that's a plate that's a bowl. So this was the closest one that I could find to what I have at home in the same style, because I wanted a matching set. So it's still the one with the little gold hearts and the white speckled design. It was advertised as a salad bowl, but it could probably still be used for pasta. Then I got a small plate. Now I don't necessarily know what I'm going to use this for, but I guess it's just good to have, and it's in the same design. And the last thing that I got is my regular plate. Now you're probably thinking, Izzy, why have you only got one plate? One plate. Now here's my theory behind this. If I only buy one plate, then it will force me to wash it up, dry it up and put it away straight after I've eaten off of it. Now I am quite good with washing up and all of that already, but I just know that when it gets to uni, I'm going to be eating my tea and then I'll just think, oh, I don't want to wash it up. But if I only have one plate, I'm forced to wash it up. But if I do really struggle with only having one plate, I will go out and buy another one. But for now, I think one plate is enough, seeing as I am the only person who's going to be eating off these plates anyway. So I just picked one up for now, and it's quite cost effective only having one. So that is everything from these bags. Now there are other things that I stored in my garage and also downstairs, but I just don't want to have to bring them up now because it's like pillows, a bin, storage boxes, throws. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this kind of helped you figure out what you need for uni. And if you guys want any more videos on any things that I'm getting for uni or plans that I have pre-uni, then let me know in the comments. And I hope you guys like the start to my series pre-uni diaries, and make sure to let me know what we should call my sloth. And I will see you guys in the next video.